Alright peeps, welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host Lipstickpaddy and we're on Kickstarter. Ooh. Now this has gone really under the radar for me and it popped up today. Woohoo! I wish I had more time to cover it, but we're in the final days of it, but not to worry. It's gone right through its stretch goals, and the stretch goal limit was very low. This is super indie, we might say. They don't expect to have a lot of backers, but that might be for a few reasons, which we'll talk about as we go down below. Anyway, ATMA is a RPG in a box, but it's card placement RPG, a little bit like I want to say Mansions of Madness, the card game. What's it called? Madness of Madness, the card game. That thing. I never go off a script. Anyway, it's not designed for solo, but you can play solo. Expect to play 2 characters if you do that. That's something interesting. The Fantasy Flight one in the Mansions of Madness thingy that I just can't remember what it's called. This one seems to have a lot more story with it, and it seems to have a lot more nuance and role-playing, chucking dice and stuff with it, and a more choose-your-own-adventure focus here, as it's far more role-playing game than the Fantasy Flight has scratched. So if you like the card games from Fantasy Flight that are in... I don't know why I can't think of it. But if you like that, this is a good evolution on top of it. You can see it's got this beautiful sci-fi fantasy element to the game. And it's basically role-playing card game in a box. It does sound good. You can play it in 2 hours. I think the box is quite nice. You can take it on holiday. When you got those boring nights where you're just in the hotel or it's raining outside, you can whack out these games and have a really pleasurable experience. So that's really good. It does need a GM as well, but the GM is all taken care of with the decks as well, so this is pretty cool as well. Even though it needs a game master and 1 player, you can GM yourself is how it might go, but you know, I'll probably be GM it and play it with my son or something like this. Now they have this interlude box, which is just below the big box here. This is kind of the training session to get you used to the systems in play, and then you jump into the campaign in Act 1. That's from the previous Kickstarter. Right, so we've got Season 3. Now, they... pretty much it is small print runs. You can see it's got a lot of reviews here. Shut up and sit down. This is from start to finish just trying to make the act of role-playing and creativity as easy as possible, with tons and tons and tons of cards which are going to act as prompts so you tell unique stories every time. It's looking absolutely fantastic. It really is. Now, in the pledge, you can jump on here just for Act 3. It's definitely... you can mix and match them up and stuff like that, but it's completely standalone, it says up here. So if you just want to get this on a $40 pledge, you can do. The big problem they have, though, they're using Kickstarter as their... pledge manager. So as soon as you want to pledge for this, you've got to pay shipping. The shipping will add to the thing. You can see here we're paying. Now, it's got Mexico shipping in here, but when you go down to shipping, it says we do not ship to Mexico. Well, why? So I don't know if something changed. They do say in the FAQ they are teamed up with Quartermaster Logistics, and they certainly do ship to Mexico. But that does seem a little bit high for Mexico. 60 if you just go for 1 box. I don't know how heavy it is, but what I want to say is you can get all of the acts, and there is a limited quantity of these. Notice the shipping only goes up by $15 if I go for this, and it's going to be 3 boxes, well 4 boxes, because you get the the interlude box, the smaller box. Now, I would be super interested in getting this, but the warding me off, number one, the fact that it doesn't say it's shipping with Mexico, but it does say here, if you do ship to Mexico, you should really update your page. Number two, you've got to pay shipping up front, which is horrendous. No one likes doing that. It's a real big put-off, especially when shipping can change, right? More people back from a certain country, the shipping might change for that country, etc. And again, a limited quantity, so you know there's that aspect of fear of missing out. Whereas when you go like as a one pledge in, you go to the pledge manager, then you can add everything in, because you just ask any of the pledge manager companies, they often tell you you can get more money on pledge manager than you did when you kickstarted. And especially when this game is in the weeds, not really been advertised out there, for me at least, I feel it would have done much better on late backing and all that stuff. So basically this limited quantity is an overrun that they have from their previous Kickstarters, and you do get all of the promotional stuff in here, and it's a really good value, because if you go to their web store and you want to get all this, it roughly it goes way above the pledge that it is here, so you can make a good saving, I do believe, here if you go for the all-in. Just be wary that the limited quantity. So yeah, you are going to be dice rolling, of course. Your characters look like they've got 5 attributes. The character classes that you made are all pre-rolled for you, so you can get up and go straight away. It's definitely easy to get into, it looks like. And when it says you can mix and match, well, yeah, you could bring some heroes from the other boxes, but the campaign is going to have its unique locations and characters to those locations and missions and all that stuff. So when it says all content is compatible, that's a bit of a stretch for me. But yeah, the characters are backward compatible. Alright, so it looks super good. It's basically looks super indie, but marvelously wonderful. It's got a fantastic reception from all those people that have played it, the Kickstarter channels and quotes that you'll see on this channel. If you watch any of those videos, it will get you super excited. Now, it is on Tabletop Simulator. You can play the interlude here, and you can print and play it to test it out if you want also. So they're really pushing you to test it here as much as you can. Right, so the stretch card's good because of the promotional journeys. These are like 8 campaign cards, and I think that is kind of going to be side missions as it's promotion. Some more characters, nice. When you do get a character class, you are getting a deck of cards associated with that character, by the way. So you do have unique abilities, and the card art is unique across the whole board, so it just looks incredible. Promo cards here to add more variability what happens in the game, so that's nice, isn't it? Now, shipping gets a little bit crazy when it goes rest of the world. Especially when, you know, Canada gets 35, rest of the world 75. Does specifically say in red, it's putting Mexico in the same country class as Russia and Ukraine, Iran and North Korea and Brazil. That is disgusting. I mean, come on. You've got Quartermaster Logistics. They must have delivered at least 20 games to me here in Mexico. No problems. So that there, to me, needs to be fixed. And it's just a crying shame that you've got to pay shipping up front, because, you know, unless you're only coming in and you're buying this one game, there's no way our budgets can stretch to pay shipping immediately. when there's incredible stuff coming out in September. In fact, this weekend on the channel, I will be looking at my most anticipated game and most tentative game for Q4 2024. And my goodness me, they look so incredible. But so I've really got to watch the budget, and sticking, getting confirmation it is in Mexico and then sticking $175 on this is just too much to chew at the minute, I'm afraid. But your situation might be a little bit different. You might have the money to pledge for it. But it looks like they're not done. Maybe there is going to be a season 4 in the future, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they go to a pledge manager where you can late pledge and deal with it that way. Because it really does look fantastic. Again, you can just take one act with you on holiday, and I think that's fantastic. People are talking in the channel, they want a big box to fit it all in, but aren't they perfect size to kind of take away with you and play somewhere else, and then pull out the next one the next time? I don't know. But it's a bit of a shame that it's only got 400 backers. Did I look at the stretch goals? Yeah, because I think the team knew that they're not going to get a lot of people on the game where the stretch goals here, because the stretch goals are so small. That 23,000 down here is the final stretch goal. Why crowdfunding? No, the question should be, why Kickstarter Pledge Manager? Yeah, they have the worst pledge manager in the world because they ask shipping ahead of time, which I guess in some ways inflates the total pledge here, because all this pledge includes shipping, doesn't it? Alright, ATMA, if you was on late pledge, I would have got you, but you're not. You're going to be on this Kickstarter pledge, which takes it away. You're advertising no shipping in Mexico, but you clearly have me in the shipping table if I pledge for it. Oh man. So I might see you, ATMA, when you come to season 4. And maybe there isn't a limited run on the stuff you've had before and you're doing a new print run for everything. We'll see how that looks, because I'm really enamored with it, and I've got nothing like this in my catalogue. I love the fact that it's travel size. I love the fact that the campaign is so easy to get into. Tons and tons of interesting story in a sci-fi world, which makes it super unique. And all that custom art across all the cards, it just looks phenomenal. Anyway, there's ATMA. I think it's a real gem in the weeds. I'm bringing it to your attention because I just think it looks so fascinating. Check the videos down below. You'll see why I'm falling in love with the project and just sour grapes because of the pledge manager decision and having to pay shipping up front on all that stuff. Right? Anyway, peeps, I'd love to know what your thoughts are down below, of course. If you do like these role-playing games in a box, please check out my video coming out this Sunday, which is going to be the biggest game in crowdfunding for the last 10 years. I'm not kidding you. It's going to be an absolute mega preview on Sunday. You won't want to miss that. It's a role-playing in a box like this, but it's way more ambitious. Like, it's outrageous. Anyway, please think about giving the video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel if you want to know all about Kickstarter, crowdfunding, and interesting videos on the industry and hobby at large. You can check out my playlist of special programs that I do, and you can check that right about now and find something you might want to watch right about now. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I've been Lipstickpaddy. This is Kickstarter Radio 102.4. Finally back on Kickstarter. Fancy that. Been on GameFound for it feels like the last few weeks, but there you go. ATMA role-playing card game Season 3. Looking absolutely fantastic. We absolutely recommend it, but you've got to pay shipping up front. Boo-hoo. ATMA, I nod my cap to you. I'll see you in Season 4. And hopefully you've got your shipping to Mexico sorted out. And there's no limited print run, so we can all get on it. Late pledge, possibly, and all that good stuff. Alright, there you go. Thank you for watching. You take care, everybody. Stay safe, and bye for now.